Hello everyone, Hannah here today, and I am back with the next video in my A Beginner's Guide to series. So it's been a while since I've made one of these, and also just since I've made a video in general on this particular channel, and that's because this video that I'm doing today took a lot of time to put together, and I didn't want to rush it, and so it's finally here. So yeah. So today I'm doing a beginner's guide to Super Junior, and Super Junior is my second favorite group in all of K-pop, just underneath Big Bang. And so I love them a lot, and so I really wanted to make sure I did them justice in this video. So yes, without further ado, let's get started. So Super Junior is a boy band that debuted in 2005 under SM Entertainment. They originally had 12 members, but the number of members has kind of fluctuated throughout the years, and I will get to more of that soon. Super Junior is also known as Suju for short, and their fandom name is ELF, which stands for Everlasting Friend, and their fandom color is Sapphire Blue. When Super Junior first debuted in 2005, they were actually called Super Junior 05, because the plan was for the group to kind of be a rotational group, so like members would graduate and rotate out and new members would come in. However, the fans loved the original members of Super Junior 05 so much that that plan was eventually scrapped, and so the name Super Junior 05, the 05 was dropped and it just became Super Junior, and then they added an additional member. Since their debut, Super Junior has formed multiple subunits, and many of the members have gone off to do their own solo stuff. Super Junior is definitely a group that has influenced the K-pop genre as a whole pretty significantly, because for a while they were pretty much the biggest K-pop group out there. Like, no other group had that many members and like been successful, and Super Junior definitely had their struggles and their roadblocks, and they continue to have struggles, but even throughout all the hardships and struggles, Super Junior has become one of the most popular K-pop groups around the world. Their prestige and influence is so great that SM actually decided to give Super Junior their own label very recently called Label SJ. And as I was saying earlier, they have a lot of subunits. So before I get into like the individual members, I'm going to talk about the different subunits and kind of which members are included. So the first subunit ever formed was Super Junior KRY, which contains members Yaesung, Kyuhyun, and Ryeok. And they do a lot of like more ballad songs because they're kind of the three strongest vocals in the group, and they also do a lot of songs for drama soundtracks. The next Super Junior subunit is Super Junior T, which focuses mainly on trot music, which is kind of like an older style of Korean pop music. And the members that it contains are Ituk, Heechul, Kangin, Shindong, Sungmin, and Eunhyuk, and it is not one of the currently active Super Junior subunits, so they haven't really made any music as of recent years. The next subunit is Super Junior M, which is probably the most popular Super Junior subunit, and they are the Chinese subunit, so they focus mostly on Mando pop music. The members of this subunit have also varied throughout the years, but in addition to the regular Super Junior members that are a part of the group, Super Junior M has two additional members that are part of that subunit, and that subunit alone, like they aren't part of the regular Super Junior, but they're part of Super Junior M, and that is Henry and Xiaomi, and I will talk about them later as well. The next subunit is Super Junior H, which stands for Super Junior Happy, and they just kind of do like, I don't really know how to describe it. I want to say just kind of ridiculous songs, and they are another subunit that, like Super Junior T, is not very active. And it contains members Ituk, Yaesung, Kangin, Shindong, Sunmin, and Eunhyuk. The next Super Junior subunit is Super Junior D&E, and it contains members Donghae and Eunhyuk. And they have done a lot of Japanese stuff, and they also released their first Korean album in 2005. It is a very good album. And the final subunit that contains a Super Junior member is called M&D, and it's not really a Super Junior subunit, but it's kind of like an SM Entertainment subunit because it contains Heechul and then the guitarist from a lesser-known SM group called Trax, and they kind of produce songs together. So that's it for the subunits. And next, I'm going to go and talk about all of the individual members of Super Junior, both former and present. I'm going to start with the former members. First is Han Gang, and his birthday is February 9th, 1984. He was a former vocalist and lead dancer, and he was one of the original members of Super Junior 05, and is the only Chinese member to be a part of, like, Super Junior, not just Super Junior M. In the beginning, he definitely helped Super Junior's success in China. He even carried the torch in the 2008 Beijing Olympics. And in December of 2009, he filed a lawsuit against SM because he felt that the 13-year contract was just too much. And this happened a few times with SM. Like, this isn't the only instance of them being accused of unfair contracts. Same thing has happened with TVXQ. And he won the lawsuit and left SM and is, I believe, still doing solo stuff in China, and so it's worked out quite well for him so far. The second former member is Kibum. His full name is Kim Kibum, and his birthday is August 21st, 1987. He is a former rapper and vocalist, and in 2009 he took a hiatus from Super Junior to pursue his acting career, but he was technically still part of the group. But in 2015, he announced that his contract with SM had ended and that he would no longer be a part of Super Junior. Next, we have the current members of the group, and I'm going from oldest to youngest. So first off, we have Itook, and his real name is Park Jung-soo, and he is the leader of the group as well as a vocalist and rapper. His birthday is July 1st, 1983. You can tell him apart from the other members by his very adorable dimples. He plays piano, and he also does a lot of songwriting and emceeing. In 2007, some of the members of Super Junior got in a very bad car accident, and Itook was one of the members that was most critically injured. I believe he ended up having to get like 170 stitches. It's pretty bad. In South Korea, all males under the age of 30 have to do like 2 years of military service, and that includes K-pop idols. And since Super Junior is an older group, a lot of their members have already done their military service or are currently doing their military service. And Itook entered the military in 2012, and he finished in 2014. In 2014, his father and grandparents were also killed, and it's pretty bad. You can Google it, but it's all kinds of messed up. The next member is Heechul, and his full name is Kim Heechul. His birthday is July 10th, 1983, and he is a vocalist and rapper. He's kind of the biggest diva of the group, and he has longer hair. His personality is just very flamboyant, and he cross-dresses a lot whenever Super Junior does, you know, whatever weird, goofy stuff that they do. And he has an obsession with Anna from Frozen. He had like a phone case with her on it for a while. I don't know if he still does or not. He likes cats and has had several of them over the years. Super Junior has just seemed to have really bad luck when it comes to car accidents, because in 2006, Heechul was also involved in a car accident while he was on the way to one of the other members' father's funeral, and he fractured his leg. And I don't know exactly how many places he fractured it in, because it seems like a lot of the articles I found had like different numbers, but it's somewhere between like 3 and 5 places. Pretty bad. And that's why, especially in a lot of the music videos following that incident, he's often in the back and not dancing, because it actually affected him for quite some time. He began his military service in 2011 and finished in 2013. The next member is Ye-sung, and his real name is Kim Jong-won. He is a main vocalist, and his birthday is August 14th, 1984. He has one of the strongest voices in the group, and his stage name means Art of Voice. He also has a pet turtle, and he enlisted in the military in 2013 and then rejoined the group in 2015, right before they released their 10th anniversary album. And he released his first solo album, Here I Am, in 2016. The next member is Kongin, and his real name is Kim Young-won. He is a vocalist, and his birthday is January 17th, 1985. He's known for being one of the most masculine-looking members of Super Junior. One of his most recent projects was being an MC on the show A Song for You. It's very funny if you haven't watched it. You can find a bunch of the episodes on YouTube. Kongan was involved in a DUI hit and run in 2009, which resulted in a hefty fine, and also in him being kind of the first member of Super Junior to enlist in the military, enlisting in 2010 and then finishing again in 2012. The next member is Shin Dong, and his real name is Shin Dong-hee. He is a lead rapper and lead dancer, and his birthday is September 28th, 1985. He's one of the funniest members of Super Junior, and he has a passion for dancing. He's also very unique in that he doesn't necessarily have the same body type as a lot of other Korean celebrities. He directed a couple of Super Junior's music videos for This Is Love and Evanesce, which were off of their 7th album. He enlisted in the military in 2005 and is still currently on active duty. Next member is Sungmin. His real name is Lee Sungmin, and he is a lead vocalist and lead dancer. His birthday is January 1st, 1986. He enjoys acting and has been in a number of musicals. He also enjoys martial arts and playing instruments. He is the only member of Super Junior that is married. He married actress Kim Se-eun in 2014. And in 2015, he enlisted in the military and is currently still in the military. The next member is Eunhyuk, and his real name is Lee Hyuk-jae. He is a main rapper, vocalist, and main dancer. His birthday is April 4th, 1986, and he is another member that's very passionate about dance. He's very good friends with Donghae, and a lot of people ship Eunhyuk and Donghae. There's quite a few Tumblr blogs dedicated to that. He's also been friends with Junsu from JYJ since elementary school, and he enlisted in the military in 2015 and is scheduled to leave in 2017. The next member, and my personal bias, is Siwon, and his full name is Choi Siwon. He is a vocalist and the visual of the group. His birthday is actually kind of confusing because his real birthday is April 7th, 1986, but his parents didn't actually register his birth until the following year, February 10th, 1987, so it's I don't know, it's confusing, who knows why. He is one of the first 4 Korean artists to ever appear on a Chinese postage stamp, and he is a devout Christian. He's often talked about becoming a missionary after his career in Super Junior. He's known for his acting and has been in quite a few dramas, including the Taiwanese drama Skip Beat and the recent K-drama She Was Pretty, and he began his military service in 2015 and is still currently serving. The next member is Donghae, and his real name is Lee Donghae. He is a lead vocalist, lead dancer, and rapper. His birthday is October 15th, 1986, and he's probably one of the most popular members of the group. He does a lot of songwriting, and he was also in Skip Beat with Siwon. He is also one of the first Korean artists to ever appear on Chinese postage stamps, and he began his military service in 2015 alongside Eunhyuk. The next member is Ryok. His real name is Kim Ryok, and he is a main vocalist. His birthday is June 21st, 1987. He is known as the Eternal Magne because if it weren't for Kyuhyun being added to the group, he would be the Magne. And he's also one of the first 4 Korean artists to be on Chinese postage stamp. He released his first solo album, The Little Prince, in 2016. And he was also a host for the radio show Kiss the Radio from 2011 until 2016. And he is set to enlist in the military soon. He was originally supposed to enlist on June 14th, but it has now been postponed, so we aren't really sure when that is going to happen. And the final member that is a part of Super Junior is Kyuhyun, and his real name is Cho Kyuhyun. He is a lead vocalist, sub-dancer, and the Magne, and his birthday is February 3rd, 1988. He is known as the evil Magne because underneath that innocent face, he is actually super evil. Just Google Kyuhyun evil Magne and you can see all the evidence for yourself. Kyuhyun was the last member to join the group. He was added in 2006 after the 05 was dropped from Super Junior, and he was severely injured in the car accident that I talked about before with Ituk, and he was in a coma for 4 days, almost wasn't able to sing ever again, and almost just died, so it was super bad. He's released 2 solo albums, one in 2014 and one in 2015, and has also done songs for a lot of drama soundtracks. So that's all the members, present and former, that are part of Super Junior, but there are still 2 other guys that I have to talk about because they are part of Super Junior M, and to me at least, they'll always be a part of Super Junior in my heart. The first member is Zaomi, and he is a vocalist and rapper. His birthday is April 19th, 1989. He was born in China and debuted with Super Junior M in 2008. Before joining Super Junior, he was already known in China as an MC and a singer, and he's friends with Hongbin from the group VIX. He released his own solo album called Rewind in 2014. And the final member is Henry. His full name is Henry Lau, and he is a vocalist and rapper. His birthday is October 11th, 1989, and he was born in Ontario, Canada. He is super talented. He speaks English, Mandarin, Korean, French, and Cantonese fluently, and I believe there's also a couple other languages that he can get by on. Henry first debuted in 2017 as the mystery violinist in Super Junior's Don't music video. If he was like in the music video playing the violin and nobody knew who he was at this point, so it was like this huge mystery. He's very good at playing the violin and also the piano, and he has released 2 solo albums, one in 2013 and one in 2014. So that is all of the Super Junior members ever, like there's no more. So now I'm going to move on to discography. For the discography, I'm going to try and condense it as much as possible because Super Junior is a group that's been around for a long time and they've put out a lot of content. So the only albums I'm going to be mentioning are Korean studio albums, so no subunit albums, no compilation albums, and when I mention singles, I'm talking about singles from either the album or its repackaged that got a music video. Super Junior's first album, Super Junior 05, came out in 2005 with singles Miracle, and Twins. In 2006, Super Junior just released a single, not an entire album, and it was titled You. Oh, I can't stop thinking about you, girl. In 2007, Super Junior released their Don't album with singles Marry You and Don't. In 2009, Super Junior released their Sorry album with singles It's You and Sorry, which went on to be one of their most popular songs ever. In 2010, they released Bonamana with singles No Other and Bonamana. In 2011, they released their fifth album, Mr. Simple, with singles Acha and Mr. Simple. In 2012, they released Sexy, Free, and Single. This is the Spy repackage that I have here. And they released singles Spy and Sexy, Free, and Single. In 2014, they released their seventh album, Mamashita, with singles This Is Love and Mamashita. They also released a music video for Evanescence, but that's not considered a single, apparently. I don't know. At least it wasn't when I wikied the discography. So I don't know exactly why, but that song also got a music video. In 2015, Super Junior released their 10th anniversary album, Devil, with singles for Devil and Magic off of the repackage. So that is it for the beginner's guide to Super Junior. If you're still here, I'm so glad you stuck with me through the end of this video, because I know it was a long one, but Super Junior is just a group that's very special to me, and I just want to spread the Suju love, if you know what I mean. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to comment down below if this helped you in any way, and also if you have any requests for other A Beginner's Guide to videos. I've already done some. I have a playlist up on the channel homepage, but if there's a group that you want that isn't there, leave some suggestions in the comments, because I do take those into account. And be sure to subscribe to our channel. I know that me and Katie really appreciate it, and one of us, or the both of us, will see you soon in another video. Goodbye!